Hey everybody, welcome to another Quicksave Review with me, RC. A Quicksave Review, if you haven't seen it before, is basically a Let's Play mixed with a review for a game that I'm currently playing. And I'm currently playing Galaxy Warfighter. Now, Galaxy Warfighter is exactly what it sounds like. You are a ship in a galaxy fighting a war, I guess. I don't know. There's no story, so I'm not really sure what the story is here. But we're going to launch right into a level here, so you guys can check it out. Love this beginning here with the ship. You can see we are starting on mission 10, and this is your ship. Now, just so you know, guys, in this game, this is all you're doing is blowing up ships, which is totally okay. It is a shoot-'em-up game, which is cool. However, I gotta say, this game is pretty limited. Having only been through the first 10 levels, I can tell you that the game loop in this, and not that it should be complicated, but it's very, very simplistic. For a shoot-'em-up game, you know, this is what you want, right? You want to shoot stuff, you want it to blow up real good, and you want to collect points and stuff like that, and upgrades, and this game has that. However, the controls for this game, very limited. You can see I'm moving my ship all around here. Things are frantic, things are crazy, which is good. Not a bad thing at all. But I would say for the first 9 levels of this game, the enemies have been pretty much the same. Couple of enemies, you know, they've added a couple of new ones in, like this really slow moving ship at the top here. That was added a couple levels ago. But the enemy variety has been the same through the whole thing, and you don't do anything special but move your ship around. Hell, guys, there isn't even a button to shoot with. Literally, the ship shoots on its own. Here's a power-up, by the way. And, yeah, so it's sort of on autopilot, really. Which I find to be a little disappointing, because, I don't know, when I'm playing a shooty game, I kind of like to be the one controlling stuff, you know what I mean? So there you go, that is a whole level right there. That enemy that you saw me fight right there, that boss, I have fought that boss probably a good 3 times already now, and I've only played 10 levels. I think I've seen a total of 3 bosses. I don't know if they're randomly picked for the end of each mission or what, but there was one boss that I fought where I believe, like, mission 6 through 9, it was the same end boss every single time. So, like I said, I don't know if they're randomly picked, and it's got sort of like a rogue light sort of approach to that, you know, procedurally generated boss or procedurally generated enemies or whatever. But it's kind of disappointing in a way, because I have fought the same 2 bosses over and over and over again in this game. Okay, so you play through a level. You head over to the menu after a level, and you can go over to upgrades. Now you see we have 878 coins. We can now upgrade, I think, stop time. That's all we can do. I don't know that I've ever used stop time all that much, but that must be a power-up that shows up that you can grab, so we'll see if that will pop up in the levels now. But you have several different things to upgrade here. You can upgrade your armor, your gun, your shields. The only things I haven't upgraded yet are the drones and shockwave. Those are things I don't have yet. Shield is sort of like this, like, partially, I don't know, it's a shield that partially shields you. It kind of like just goes around a circle on your ship, and I guess at some point later in the game, it'll fully engulf you, I guess. Armor gives you another hit point. Gun upgrades your gun. And so on and so forth. We're gonna head back here. So this game, guys, just so you know, I think it's a $6 or $7 game on Steam. It's a budget game, so please keep that in mind when you're checking this out. But the game, in my opinion, even for a budget game, seems extremely limited. I mean, if you are looking for a good shoot 'em up, this one's not bad. It's just very mediocre, and it's very much like I said, you could kind of see through the cracks of this game as to what it actually is, which is a procedurally generated shoot 'em up game where you don't do anything but control the ship. Like I said, you don't even control the shooting, which, I mean, not a huge deal, right? I mean, your finger probably get tired holding down the button for shooting anyway, right? It's not like the game has any kind of like an accuracy quotient or percentage at the end of the levels, right? So that there's that. But yeah, it's just a game that, like, you know, it kind of lives up to its name. That is to say, you're in a galaxy, you're in a war, and you're fighting. You know, with a game that has, like, sort of a generic budget title like that, I am not really surprised. These purple enemies that are showing up, these are new within the past 2 levels here. I have not seen them before. these purple ones. But as you can see, the purple ones are basically just a reskin of the yellow ones that we've already been fighting. So it's not really like they're a brand new enemy. So, yeah, I don't know, guys. Like I said, budget title. That is what you're playing here. So, with this game, what I would say is that if you're looking for a game... Boom, blew everybody up. If you are looking for a game that is basically just a fun time waster, and you kind of just want to play an easy game that's like all about leveling up your ship, you know, over and over and over again, play through really quick levels. This guy, this is the boss that I played against already, probably like a good 7-8 times. We blew him up real quick. And you want to play through real quick levels while you're doing it, you know? There you have it. That's the whole that's the whole game. I do want to check out this time stop though. It says hit Y. Oh no, I gotta wait for it to juice up here. Okay. Haven't used time stop yet. We'll see what happens here. So what I will say with this game, though, the positives, I do like the power-ups. I think the power-ups are cool. I think when you grab them and they spread out and hit enemies is cool. I like blowing up all the enemies on screen at once. I like little things like that. And I'm sure that this game is a game that will like get to a point where like things are so frantic and crazy that is sort of what you're paying for here. Here we go. We stop time. And that's pretty cool. I like that. So I think that's what this game has going for, is like fun power-ups. But again, you're kind of fighting the same enemies over and over and over again. The patterns are pretty much the same over and over and over again. And that's usually what a shoot-'em-up does bring to the table. When, you know, it's trial and error, you're memorizing the game, you're memorizing the levels, you know, like, there's certain areas you need to do certain things, there's certain bosses you need to learn their patterns and everything. The bosses in this game don't really seem to have that kind of thing going on. This one is the exception. This one is one that actually has like kind of a unique sort of thing going on here. This one has a bullet hell approach, and you're basically just like trying to avoid everything while you shoot everything down. I may not survive this one because there's a lot going on. But again, this is the second time that I am fighting this boss. This is not a unique boss at all, which is what is very disappointing. Enemies and bosses, you know, they spent a good time on the, or a good amount of time on the, you know, the power-ups and stuff, which I appreciate, because power-ups are a big part of, you know, playing a shoot-'em-up game, but, man. Oh, jeez. I guess gonna shoot right at me. Let's see if we can take this guy out before we're going. We only got one more hit here. Nope, I ran into the ship. But yeah, let's see if we got enough to upgrade. We do not. So, this is the pattern you're going to be in, which is like if you can't beat a boss at the end of the level, you're going to have to just keep farming it to get upgrades until you feel powerful enough, and then you can beat it. So there's a bit of grind to this game too, which is what I wanted to mention before we leave today too. This game is all about the grind. It's all about grinding out those coins and getting these upgrades so you can keep continuing on. So if you're looking for a shoot 'em up that is pretty much the same thing over and over and over again, has lots of cool, you know, power-ups and upgrades that you can acquire, but playing the same level, same background, same enemies over and over again, same bosses over and over again, with a bit of grind there to get those upgrades, then this might be a game for you to check out. I don't know. It's a fun time waster, I guess is the way I would put it. But guys, that's really all I have to say about this one. I want to say thank you for watching, and of course, I'll see you all next time on the next Quicksave Review. See you then.